Hello, everybody. Welcome back to your tarot reading for Tuesday, April 28th, 2020. I took the last few days off, actually, just to recharge myself, and I was just feeling a little bit under the weather, so I just needed a little bit of time to recharge and regroup, and feeling better now. So let's get these readings together and see what the vibe for today is going to be all about, shall we? Hopefully you guys are still maintaining your social distancing. Hopefully you guys are still making sure that you're maintaining your own safety, both your well-being physically as well as your mental health. And let's see, I think these cards are about ready to go. A couple of more cuts, and we're good. So let's put our first pile down, our second pile, and finally now, our third pile. And today, I'm really kind of drawn to the center pile. So let's see what we have for a card, shall we? We have the Moon. So this is a major arcana card, so that's pretty cool. It's one of my favorite cards as well. But major arcana, as we said before, is things that are beyond our control. What we can control, though, is our response to it. So when we look at the Moon, some key terms come to mind and some key things that you want to consider and think about. For me, one of the first things that come to mind is intuition. Along with that, instability, vagueness comes to mind. When we look at it, deception, anxiety can come to mind. Misunderstanding or misconception. But for me, mostly, it's all about intuition. It's about subconscious work. And it's about the grand mystery that is life, right? The grand mystery of the path that we're actually on. So when we look at the card from a general standpoint, when we look at the meaning of it for today's vibe, some of the things to understand and to really consider is trust your intuition, trust your instinct, your subconscious. Sometimes some things about the situation or a person in our lives is not what it actually appears to be. So you want to trust your instincts on that. And sometimes people in situations can create an illusion for us. And if we use our intuition, we use our subconsciousness, we can see through that illusion. And that's the big take-home point, I feel, anyway, when it comes to this card. Some other things to consider is you may feel a bit of anxiety and fear to the point of being overwhelmed. And if you are feeling that way, again, it's your intuition calling attention to you to say, look, something's not right here. Let's look a little bit deeper and see why we're anxious, why we're fearful, why am I feeling overwhelmed? There's something I'm not listening to happening inside of me, and I can make myself and make the situation better just by delving into that intuition, delving into that situation a little bit further, and dissecting it, if you will. Now, from a love and a relationship standpoint, this card is all about feeling, insecure, uncertain. It's not feeling great right now. And it can be a lot of different things causing that. But the biggest thing to understand is communication. When we start to feel that way in relationships, whether it be friends or significant others, it's a lot of times about miscommunication and about not letting some older issues just go their own way and be done with them. So it's about us opening up why we're feeling this way, why we're feeling a little bit insecure, and delve down past the surface and look at it. Are you jumping to conclusions? Are you holding on to past energy that really no longer serves us? Are we feeling a little bit like we're not communicating clearly? If that's the case, stay calm, look at the facts as they come, see past any illusion, see past anything that we may be creating for ourselves, and you'll understand that the people closest to you are probably working in your best intentions and are probably people that you want to have beside you. And it can just be past energy that we're not letting go of, as well as past events and our own insecurities that we're not really breaking down well enough to see past what's creating this issue. Now, along with that, if it's people that you're having this intuitive nature about that something's not right, then listen to that, because you know what? Probably something isn't right, and you want to listen to that little voice. Now, from a money and a career standpoint, This is all, again, about what direction are we going in? Are we feeling anxious? What's going on right now? Again, a lot of miscommunication could be happening. All that being said, take a step back from a lot of this. Take a step back from where you are, and definitely do not make any decisions until you have hardcore facts available to you. Like everything else about this card, this is a good time to really listen to that intuitive voice that you have and really look at the bigger picture and where you want to be versus where you are or where you think you might be. Don't forget, this is a card of illusions, so there could be some things that you think you're involved in that perhaps you aren't really involved in. So take a step back, look at things, and listen to the intuitive nature and that intuitive voice that we do have. That's the best advice for this card for this Tuesday, and I hope you enjoyed this reading. I look forward to reading you all again tomorrow, and until then, be safe, be well, and be blessed.